about to turn it on. Turn it. We about to turn it on. Turn it. We about to turn it on. 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 We about to turn it on. Go, 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 go. We about to turn it on. Turn it on. We about to turn it on.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Okay, we just got a donation.
Hello.
Oh my God. We just got a donation, but I can't. I don't know what it was yet. Just give me a second, because I'm still.
Ding.
No worries. Hey, chat. Welcome in. How you doing?
Hi, chat. Long time no see.
Yeah. Mystic is here. Everybody, say hi to Mystic.
So much.
So, what have you been up to? What have you been doing, Mystic?
Work, and what else? Work.
Yeah. That's great though, because I remember at the start you weren't getting many hours, and it was getting you pretty like struggle town, and now you're like, woo, I am swimming in it basically, yeah.
yeah, no, dead ass. Like it went from like probably 16 to like 24 hours a week to 40-hour weeks every week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
just to make sure that everybody knows what Mystic's job is, she's in the basement drinking milk.
Yes.
That's her job.
Yeah.
So she's freed from the basement, just for this episode today.
Yeah.
We will let
She'll
her
be
out.
back.
We will let her out on Mondays only. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this all about? Hold on. Wait,
Oh,
is that why
Walker
I've been in a
around.
dark room all week?
Okay, my question is it chocolate milk? What kind of milk is it?
I've been doing taste testing of several different types of milk. I think the other day they allowed me to try a pineapple milk that we were going to export to Korea as like a trial run.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know?
Horse
Yeah.
milk. All gallons and gallons of horse milk.
Okay. Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god.
No, don't even. We're not going.
Is that
on the
why
whole-
that was? Is that why that was salty?
I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh my
No.
god.
Mystic.
I love you too.
This has been the educational episode about milk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just keep
and we
thinking
thought
of-
that and we thought that was Bunny's audition, huh?
No, it's real life, y'all.
that was premonition. Yeah.
God damn. Oh, I love that. But no, like I said pineapple milk because banana milk is a thing in Korea. So I was like, what's another
I
weird fruit
love
to put in
banana
milk?
I personally really love. I think it's called pico. I can't remember exactly.
Calpico?
But the
Calpico.
strawberry
stuff.
one. It's so good.
Oh,
I love
That's
it.
actually yogurt, like a yogurt
it?
drink. Yeah, it's kind of so
Oh.
think of it like it's kind of like a soda consistency because it's not. And they have another. So Calpico's from Japan. There's one
Right.
called Milk Kiss from Korea that's actually carbonated. But when you think about
Ugh.
about yogurt soda, right? That doesn't
Right.
sound appealing whatsoever.
No,
It does
Not at all. Because we're thinking of the Americanized yogurt that comes in a little like pull off like cup thing, right?
Yeah.
It is,
Right.
it is completely not what you're imagining. It tastes amazing. It's like
Oh.
slightly sweet, a little creamy, but not much to that. It's like weird.
Yeah,
Like-
it's like a nice like mixtured consistency, I would say.
Yeah. See, I would
Wow.
think that would like. Thinking about pineapple milk though, I just think like curdle, like that would just like fucking separate
Yeah.
like cheese after. Ugh, I don't
Ugh.
know. The thing is, like, obviously, I'm lactose intolerant, so any type of milk I just sort of gag at. So
Yeah,
Ah,
I like
that's
pineapples.
understandable. I'm allergic
I
to
can't-
pineapples, so
They're gross anyway. You're not missing out.
do you know that we're talking about milk for 8 minutes?
no way.
Milk for 8 minutes. Yes, because you guys have now started the
Well,
new truth. The
see,
new truth that I work as a milk taster in y'all's basement.
Ding, ding, ding,
I don't know whose, but it's something.
Okay, anonymous tipped. Okay, so anonymous tipped 690. Let me go look. Yeah, 690, and we just got another anonymous tip for 420. Thank you very
Whoa,
much.
yeah.
Thank you very
Guys.
much.
For feeding my nicotine addiction. I really love you all, Tar.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I guess that means that somebody wants money tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Oh,
my
no,
God.
no. we can save it.
Speaking of money, did you guys know that we're only like 20-something subscribers away from 1,000?
Right?
Yes.
Let's
Isn't
go.
that awesome?
It's
Yes.
insane to me. Like, obviously, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and help us out. Oh my god, I am so excited.
Yes. And
If you have
speaking,
friends that don't listen to us, send us. to
okay.
them now.
Speaking of Miss Eva, who likes to draw people.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Eva is known for this drawing of flamenco here, right? And Hannah turned around and said, "We need a tipster version now." Hold on, let me pull up my chat because my chat didn't want to pull up with me.
You know, I honestly thought that was items.
Nope,
I
that
did
was
too.
that's flamenco.
Ah, so that's what the
makes-
default VTuber looks like.
Yeah, you can see by the hairline that it's flamenco. Yeah.
Ah, you know what?
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so Eva decided to oblige
Yo, Tippy Lights in chat.
Is that the Menudo?
Yeah, it's Menudo.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Magnificent.
Gorgeous.
Degenerate, y'all. Degenerate. And
Well,
then
that was based off that past thing, right?
oh yeah,
So-
oh yeah. And then
okay, 'cause I have ADHD.
Tipster retweeted it and said, "Not gonna lie, this is pretty funny." Which
I
I find it funny that he finds it funny
Yep.
because it was you that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like honestly, like I don't understand how I haven't been blocked because like the amount of shit that I've talked about Tipster and he just goes, "Yeah, haha, that's cool," or like something. I'm like, "You what?" I'm really
He-
confused. I'm actually
He
really
wants an
confused.
Australian mommy.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Stop.
Yeah,
Who
I was,
doesn't?
Oh
yeah,
my
I was
god.
gonna say, like, I really am surprised you didn't just get like blocked.
Yeah, well
It's just
that's
it's so
what
odd.
would normally happen because anytime I've ever like drawn these sort of drawings, I usually get a
Mhm.
block. Like when I did the one with Keffels and Ethan Ralph, like
Mhm.
powering up like on Dragon Ball Z and whatever, doing that. But like, yeah, I literally got a block from both of them for that. So.
Mhm.
And yeah, John Swan's done it to me in the past as well. I'm still blocked from John Swan, so from that pity party one. So I'm just like, yeah, this is the first time someone's actually gone, this is pretty funny. I'm like, okay, all right, there's something wrong here.
My god. Like
Yeah.
I feel like ever since like these 40-hour weeks started, I've been so completely disconnected from everything that's happening. So like I pop in, I get a little bit of like the tea and I'm like, so shit's imploding. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna go back to doing whatever I was doing.
It wasn't just the submarine that imploded this week. It's been a few people. So.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, it feels
That's right.
like once a week someone else is getting like canceled for something and I'm like that shouldn't this isn't new. Why am I shocked? I shouldn't
Yeah.
be. But you
Yeah.
know. Oh well.
Yeah.
Just when you think you're having a slow news week, then shit fucking blows up, doesn't it?
Right. And
Mhm.
it'll
But you
be
know
like,
what? More content for us.
yeah, like it'll
Yeah.
be like really quiet, and we're like, "Where is everybody?" And then all at once, just like 5 different stories, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Everybody gets antsy and starts exposing each other.
You know,
Yeah.
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 Start eating each other. It's
You know
right.
what? I've been
Yep.
trying to talk for like 5 minutes and I just realized that I was muted. That's
Oh,
why.
did you?
I was like,
no.
these
I was
bitches.
wondering why you were so
I
quiet.
was like, these bitches aren't listening to me. They're talking over me. Fuck this place. Okay.
She was gonna quit. Sally was gonna rage.
Just about to
quit.
pull the
Holy-
plug.
I was about to pull the plug on
Xylie-
everything.
I could hear Xylie just going, "Why is everybody talking over me?"
True. Okay, so
Right.
this is what I said. Mitch, don't feel bad. I'm blocked by John Swan too. Do not feel bad. Okay, speaking of drama that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Twomad has had a crazy 2 days now?
Oh,
2
yeah.
days?
Yeah, about.
Okay, Eva, I'm going to let you take this
Yes.
segment because I only know partially what's going on.
Oh, look, dude, it's just been going and going and going. So, like, you know, obviously, Twomad has been faced backlash, as Drama Alert says there, after joking that his girlfriend was a 16-year-old trans girl that got murdered. He didn't apparently know idea about the backstory of the girl. He just like thought it was hot. She was hot, but a lot of people weren't buying that. But as that unfolded, a whole bunch of other stuff did as well. So apparently, he's being accused of sexual assault. And you want to go to the next one?
Okay,
there?
next one.
Yeah. So there has been a victim of Twomads that has come forward. Revealing that he tracked and SA'd her. Following the incident, he sent an apology video and proceeded to stalk and spam her for 7 months. In one of the occasions, he even sent her a contract where he wouldn't make sexual advances. So let's have a look at the video first, because
Okay.
this is like an apology apparently to her. So
Okay.
we'll have a look at that.
I am literally driving, but
Literally driving.
I'm literally in Oregon, fucking Washington, Oregon. Yeah. Okay. So apology. All right. So I can't take the damage away that I've done, but I'll try my best. Okay. Okay. I at least want to take responsibility for what the fuck I did. Like the way I treated you and like viewed you. This is not like okay. Like I pushed past your fucking boundaries just for like my own fucking self-serving reasons. I made like sexual advances you weren't comfortable with, you know what I mean? And I truly do like regret all of that like so much.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Deaf Noodles is in waiting. Do we want to pull him in now?
Let's get past the Twomad section first.
Do you see how big the Twomad section
Yeah,
is?
it's huge.
That's
We
all
can
that?
Yes.
we can
Okay.
get back to
Oh.
it.
Yeah, all that is
Back to
Twomad.
it.
Wow.
Okay, so this
Wow.
might be a long live
Yeah,
stream.
no, it's not gonna be that long, but
Okay.
it's pretty big. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Man, he came in quick. I didn't think he was. I thought he said he was gonna be late. All right, hold on.
Oh,
17
hell
minutes I
yeah.
did not think was gonna be late, but all right.
All right, chat, you ready?
All right, chat. Here we go.
We have a big surprise for y'all. Not really, but yeah.
It's the man, the myth, the legend. Hello, Deaf Noodles. Is he there? Hello,
Dennis.
Mr. Noodles.
Deaf Noodles.
Dennis.
Mr. Noodles.
Senor Noodles.
Hello.
Maybe he's not quite ready yet.
Maybe he walked away.
Are we
Well,
about to
that-
get rickrolled or something?
I don't
Mr.
know.
Costa?
Are we?
That'd be dope.
Oh
It's
my
not
god.
actually Deaf Noodles.
Hello.
Oh my god. There he
Sorry.
is.
Hey, sorry. I was in the bathroom. What am-
It is all good. It is all good.
Yeah,
How you doing,
sorry.
Dave?
Look, I got the paper to prove. I washed my hands. Okay.
Okay, all right. Well,
Okay. I'm
Good job.
sorry.
good to know.
Yeah.
Well,
Congratulations.
Well, hello, ladies. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much
for
for coming. Hi.
Yeah, thank you for
Hi.
coming last minute because he came up. Joey retweeted it and said, "Yeah, surprised by Deaf Noodle." So he comes into my DMs going, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot." And I'm like, "No, it was a troll. I'm sorry, but if you want to come on though," and he's like, "Yeah."
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how. That's we're here now. That's great. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
thanks
turn
for
on the air
making-
conditioner.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for having me. And by the way, Xylie, it's great to finally meet you.
Yeah.
The famed Xylie. I think. Wait, we actually did chat in the past. It was in the Twitter
Well-
space, right?
Well, it wasn't a chat actually. It was more like me being a little aggressive, you know.
I don't even. Honestly, I don't. That whole Twitter space is kind of a blur, so I don't remember it being aggressive, but maybe I don't know.
Oh no, it was. I got a little
She
loud
was
at
just
your
Xylie.
throat.
I remember that. I remember that fondly.
And you know what else I remember, Dennis?
What?
You and Steven the next day on your podcast, y'all
Oh
called
yeah.
y'all
That
called
I
me
remember.
Sandy Vagina.
I'm sorry about that, Xylie. I apologize.
It's
I'm
all
sorry.
We're
good.
handing out apologies.
I feel like, look, I feel like I was, I said a lot of things I regret during that time, and I think, that's an awful way to start any kind of dialogue with anybody. Is just name calling. It's just not good,
Listen, I got up there all aggressive. To me, fair is fair. I ran around Twitter with the name Sandy Vagina at least like a month and a half afterwards. So
Nice.
it's all
That's
good.
good.
So how's the club doing?
It's doing good. I mean, I have like a set of cameras right here, security cameras that I can just watch while people are doing stuff. So we have an open mic happening right now. Usually we do two. There's one from 7 to 8:30 and then another one from 9 to 10:30. So I'm seeing people actively performing at the club. One guy's walking in right now.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So, ladies, questions. What kind of questions do y'all have for this man?
Well, like, how did you want to be like referred to? Is it still Def Noodles, or are you taking Dennis? Like, is there a change in the way people like approaching you now?
Whatever you want to do. Honestly, it's up to you. If Def is easier for you, then Def, Dennis. I'm pretty, pretty laid back. So
Yeah,
So-
sweet.
contrary
So you're
to
not-
my reputation.
So you're not fully abandoning the moniker. You're just kind of embracing it and trying to reform it in a sense, is what I'm understanding.
Yeah, I mean, most people at one point, the show was called Def Noodles. That's how I created it within mind. I didn't intend to be called Def Noodles, but then that's how most people knew of me on the internet. So I was just like, fuck, like the whole having to explain that my name's actually Dennis. I was I'll just go with it. Like a lot of the things, I just think like it's easier to just go with the flow than it is to just actively try to fight whatever's happening. Maybe I'm too of a person, for thinking that, but yeah.
So, why did you pick the name Def Noodles?
Yeah, like how
Well,
did you come up with
Uh,
that?
That is a story. It brings me back to 2016, Los
Oh,
Angeles,
Oh,
California.
God.
It was a good year for you. So I had just moved to LA. I think I'd been here for like 6 months or so. It was like the middle of summer. I was like, I was in this tiny apartment. It's filming in the. I didn't have enough room in my bedroom to film videos. It was literally like my bedroom was like from this wall right here to like maybe like here where this TV is. It was like literally just a bed could fit in it, and I could barely like walk into the bed. So I felt embarrassed to film in that, and because it was so small and I had no space, so I set up a green screen in the back of the kitchen right next to the laundromat that I had, and I was I was filming in front of that green screen, and I was thinking I was like really depressed because I was really broke. I didn't know anybody in LA, and my life was just like going to shit at the time. And I was just like, what's something that reminds me of something good, right? And I have this like reoccurring memory of when I was a kid, when I played arcades. It was in Brazil, right? Like English is my second language, so whenever I would play video games in Brazil, arcade specifically, they have like the high score, right, that you get, and there's like type in your initials, and it's 3 letters, right? And for me, I didn't know in Brazil, like didn't know that initials are the first letters of each one of your names. In that case, it'd be DFF. I thought it was just the first 2 letters of your first name and the first letter of your last name, which is Def.
Right.
Okay.
So-
Oh.
Well, that
That's
makes
where-
more sense. There you go.
Yeah. So I spent years just writing whenever I got any kind of score that got, ranked on a video game or arcade or whatever, and I had that screen come up, I'd always put Def. And that's what I thought for years until somebody told me it was the first letter of your first name, first letter of your middle, first letter of your last. And then Noodles is, so I remember that. I was like, that's a good memory. I like that. That's going to keep reminding me of something good regardless of what happens. And then what's something else? So I was looking around the room and I had like a bowl of noodles, right? Because I had just eaten because I was broke. That's all I was eating, noodles. So that's where the noodles came from.
So that was pretty much like a brick situation from Anchorman, kind of looking around, I love lamp sort of thing.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
We improv.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
known
everybody
for
knows.
having
Yeah.
a lot of brain dead ideas, so I guess
That's pretty dope though. I mean, there's the explanation for it. I thought it was Def, like, yo, that's Def, like the old school way of talking, especially like New York. That's what I
I'm
was
not
thinking.
that cool. I'm
What?
not that cool to think like that.
Well, I mean, now we know. Now we know. At least I was trying to give you the cool points for it.
Yeah, I appreciate you thinking that I would think that, but yeah, I'm not that cool. I'm kind of a nerd, I guess. I'm geeky. So
Believe me, I surround myself around nerdy people, so I mean,
Yeah.
I understand.
What
Exhibit
say?
A.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mystic's the biggest nerd here.
Yeah.
I've noticed that you've been doing a like interviews lately. That
I
Bo Blacks
have.
one was really good. Like when it was just you and Bo Blacks, I really
Oh,
enjoyed
you like
that
that
one.
one?
Yeah.
You liked it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, I've been trying to just a lot of my content for a long time, and I don't know how familiar you guys are with it, but a lot of it for a long time was just me sitting in a room, like yelling at the tops of my lungs.
Oh,
which
that's what
is,
I
like,
do. That's what I do. Yes.
like after a while, I don't know about you, Xylie, but for me, it felt like too charged. I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack at the end of every single one of those videos, and I felt like I needed to do a change of pace for a while, and I started figuring out how to do it. And you know, my girlfriend actually recommended that I start doing interviews so I could start talking to people, and she said like you can show a different side of your personality. And I was like, at first I was like hesitant to do it. It took me like 1 or 2 months to actually like start doing the interviews.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I started doing them, it just like felt natural. Obviously, there are things that I can do, you know, to like improve on what I'm doing as far as the interviews. But it just felt like so natural to be in a room or just to be talking to somebody and like exchanging ideas. Considering what I'd done, like just being isolated and talking to a camera, it just I don't know about you ladies, but sometimes when you're just doing that all the time, it feels so alienating. It feels like you're not like you know what I mean, like you're not.
Yeah.
There's nobody there, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, damn. Well, okay. So here's a question: how
Yeah.
was it to physically in the same room meet Bo Blacks and Augie?
you know what? They were so nice. They were so nice. You know, Augie's made like several videos about me. You know, Bo Blacks and I have had like a little beef in the past, but they were so incredibly nice. So was Plain Rock, and I think King of Nothing was here too. He didn't want to be in the because he's like one of those faceless,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
YouTubers.
right.
Oh yeah. of
But
course.
he was, yeah. But it was, you know, it was great meeting all of them. They were so nice, and um, you know, it was great to finally see people that I'd seen on the internet and like see them in the flesh, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't that
So
trippy.
you've had actually like many YouTube and Twitch personalities come onto your podcast in the last couple of months. So like such as
Yeah.
the Quartering and Nominal Nomi and Vosh, Bo Black's Augie, obviously. So and you've also chatted with Dick Masterson as well. So was there any interactions so far that you've been surprised with or wish could have gone differently?
No, everybody's just been so like chill and laid back with Dick. I think the thing that was surprising with Dick was that we were actually in the same social circles for like years without ever even knowing each other.
Really?
He was, yeah. So there's a place called the Upright Citizens Brigade. It's here in LA, and in New York, it's like a relatively famous like improv theater. And Dick was on a house team there performing improv. I used to work and intern there. And we never crossed paths like because it's like a relatively big community. But yeah, it was just funny to me. It was like, bro, we were in the same group. We know kind of the same people, you know.
That's
Which
hilarious.
was funny.
Wow.
That's really interesting to learn.
Yeah.
So, is there anyone like you're looking forward to that you really want to talk to? Like, I mean, is there anyone that you're like hoping to be able to get and do an interview with?
I would love to be able to talk to. I think a lot of people would like to talk to her, like Trisha Paytas. I just like to pick her brain a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
she would ever talk to me. You know, I've like reached out to her several times. I don't think she wants to, which is fine. But yeah, I would. I'm just curious to pick her brain and kind of understand, like where Trisha, you know, comes from.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to know where Trish comes from.
Yeah.
You know who I would like to hear you talk to? I would like to hear you talk to Nick.
Nick the Oreo.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse a little bit, but Nick and I are talking about talking.
Oh,
So
nice.
we'll
Okay.
have it
Oh.
soon. Yeah.
Okay.
I like Nick too. I think he's honestly one of the more grounded and really like well thought out long form commentary channels. Having him make a video about me was equally terrifying and like eye opening because you know Nick to put it in New York terms, Nick comes correct. Like he comes like he does his homework. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
He definitely did his homework on me when he made a video about me.
Yeah, yeah. He's Mr. Optics guy, so he's definitely going to.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's definitely going to look into everything. Let's see. What do we have written here? In the past, you had often compared yourself to the likes of the Soup and the Colbert Report. Would you still say you're a mix of those two?
No, not anymore. No, I killed the Minecraft cat, and then I slowly moved away from that. Even in like the first few weeks and months after it, I still kept some of it, but then it just like the thing about building your platform as like a quote unquote like character or like with a bit, is that you never show like who you are,
Yeah.
right? And that's over time not sustainable because people are there for this idea of who you are, for this personality you created. And you know, all the time it would take me so long to make those videos because I would have to constantly be thinking like, how would this character talk like this, instead of just like think like of just being me, right? Which is like effortless. Like it's effortless to just be yourself. You just talk, right? So yeah, I mean no, not even anything left. When I killed that character, that was like the beginning of the end for all of that.
I just want to say, I truly okay, which I know we're not going to get into the lawsuit because I know y'all can't talk about it. Okay, I know that from both of y'all, but I will say this: I was so happy when you went ears off. I literally called it ears off, right? I was so I hated that character. I hated that character.
Can I
Oh my
tell you
god!
something, too?
Yeah.
Let me confess something to you two. I'm sorry to interrupt. I hated that character too. I hated that character. I hated it.
You're much more enjoyable as yourself. Denise.
Honestly.
Well, I appreciate that. That's very nice. Thank you.
Well, so then you went ears off, okay? And then, of course, you know, we had all the, like, Team Star, like, almost every video, blah, blah, blah. All right, so now you have transformed again. And what I'm noticing is your audience is having a hard time with what you're doing now. Am I correct in thinking that? Because it seems like they're having issues, like on the Reddit, in your Discord, and stuff like they're having issues with you.
Yeah, it's funny because we were just having a conversation about this. I think a lot of it, at least on the Discord end, just came down to communication. We're like a very, on the Discord, there's a big overlap between the streaming community that I have on YouTube and on Twitch and now on Kick. But it's you know, there was just there were a couple of things that happened that people like they want me to do, like to essentially do to make it easier for them to watch videos. Like one of the things we talked about a minute ago was you know, just providing better introductions for people when I interview them.
I've
I
seen
kind
that
of was,
comment.
yeah, like one thing I was trying to do this where I just jump into a conversation and kind of like, you know, unpack the person. But I do think that, yeah, that's like a valid criticism, you know, to just like kind of give the viewer some more background so that they'll be more engaged in the interview. So yeah, there was that. And then there was just stuff about just how we can essentially like improve the community or do things, you know. But yeah, I mean, I see all of it. I try to engage with as much of it as possible. I know people are like, Dennis, but why do you engage with the negativity? Because I mean, at the end of the day, I want to see where people are coming from, right? And I think that I do that. I'm genuinely curious on people's thought processes, and I think that to a fault, I end up going and seeking too much. You know what I mean? Over places and with people that I really shouldn't be seeking understanding, you know, because they don't even want to. And it's like, I guess even in a conversation that I had with my chat today, you know, some of this ends up not being really like fruitful because there's like really, you know, nothing that is supposed to come out of it. But I'm just like, I'm a very curious person, and I'm curious to a fault sometimes. So
well, I've kind of done now. Granted, I didn't do it on the scale that you've done it, like with how many like subs and stuff like that you've had. But I've gone through the change of being like the super SJW to like where I'm at now. And at first, like a lot of my core audience, they were super pissed off with me. Like the first time I ever had Keemstar on my well, no, not the very first time because that's when I cussed him out. The second time I had Keemstar on my show and it was cool, I had so many people mad at me for that. They were legit mad at me because it was a culture of if you don't like them and you don't call them out, then you don't give them a platform.
Yeah,
You know?
that is definitely a thing. And I think that honestly, it's just what I was talking, because that came up too a little earlier. What I was saying is that I just want to have conversations with people. And this is something that I even commented, because I was getting, flack for this on the H3 subreddit too. And I responded to some comments on there. And I said, like, I don't think there's any sort of meaningful resolution to conflicts or any kind of situation that may end up coming that may end up occurring that's confrontational between two creators if you don't have a dialogue. Right? A dialogue can help so much. It can help people understand where the other person was coming from, what they were trying to do, and also it can provide a really good example for people of how to problem solve and solve their differences and their problems. I mean, how many problems do we have nowadays? It's just a simple conversation could have avoided so much, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And Krista Nart does have a good point. Dennis, no offense, you shouldn't listen to the H3 Reddit. They are horrible in that Reddit. They are absolutely horrible on that Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
It definitely is an interesting place to visit.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what was it? Okay, so apparently 2022 was the year that, I don't know, like you got canceled, I guess, kind of can be the thing. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah, there are people. I mean, I kind of see it as a cancellation. There are people who say it's not a cancellation because a lot of it was due to my own actions, and I can see that as well. At this point, I kind of just see it as like a reckoning, kind of like I had to do some of the things I had to do, and I had to experience some of the consequences I experienced, so I could not only grow as a creator but as an individual as well.
You know what? And I think that's the best way to look at it, honestly, because to truly be canceled, you literally have to cancel yourself. Yeah, honestly.
That's
Yeah,
true.
basically, yeah.
Honestly. So if anything, what was the trigger in 2022 to make this change? What happened to make you go, okay, wait a minute, something's wrong. I'm not doing something right.
I don't really remember the point where it happened. I'm gonna describe the series of events, and you guys feel free to, whatever it is, you guys will see kind of, I guess, what led me to what.
Okay.
But it's gonna sound a little esoteric. But here, so around, I guess, February or March, I've done therapy for years, and I had a conversation with my therapist at the time, like saying, hey, I've been feeling like I don't really connect with this audience, this massive audience that I'm speaking to every single day. A lot of them are just really feeding on negativity. They're wanting me to like really go hard on people that I don't feel comfortable going hard on. And they're wanting me to just hold, I'm like this moral bastion of like having to hold people accountable and having to drag them down. And like, I just don't like that. I don't feel like I connect with that. I felt like it was a funny bit that got out of hand. And, I that's not what I ever wanted to commit my life to. Right. And, I had several conversations with my therapist about that. And I was like trying to figure out how I could just like rip the Band-Aid and kind of like start fresh, start anew, and how to do it. And I, at the time, I don't know how I got to this, but I felt like I had a mental block, right? So I ended up, on top of the regular therapy I did, I found a hypnotherapist. And I went to him, and I went to him and I told him like that I was what I was feeling, everything that was happening. And we did 4 sessions where he essentially we did like deep hypnosis and stuff. And within the first one, I felt a huge difference. And by the end of it, I felt like everything was clear, right? And I just started doing what I thought I had to do. And, obviously a lot of the stuff that I was doing was not playing off well, and it was like going horribly. And
Yeah.
in the midst of like me taking the biggest risk of my life, you know, getting the studio, getting the club, you know, doing all this stuff. And yeah, that was the trajectory that I followed for about 6-7 months until it got to a point where I was like, oh, I guess at this point, this is me, you know, and like, and this is how people like see me now. This is like, I think I've kind of undone that person that was just like this placeholder and like a shapeless personality that people followed. And this is like kind of they kind of have an idea of who I am, but it's such an extreme idea. But at least now, you know, there's like something that's like slightly remotely close to you know who I am, right? Like I said, it's like an extreme version of that because there was so much shit that happened. But you know, but yeah, it took a few months. It wasn't like instantaneous, and I lost a lot in the process. Like I lost about 90% of my viewership.
Yeah.
I lost brand deals. I was business partners with like one of my managers and a pretty big YouTuber behind the scenes, and like that business got canceled. Like
Wow.
done. Like had my Snapchat show got canceled. Like a lot of stuff just like went away, and I think that honestly it had to happen so that I could learn a lot of valuable lessons along the way, but also so I could just feel comfortable being myself like here,
Yeah.
right? And speaking from this position instead of having this like character facade, right?
Well, I have to admit, like last year, it got to a point I went from like going, "Oh my God, he's being such an asshole," to go, "Bro, something is wrong with him." Like I didn't know if you were on drugs, if you were having a long manic episode. Something was wrong with you.
There were so many people who thought I was on drugs, and look, I saw a lot of the threats. He's on cocaine or da da da. Like honestly, I wish that could be like a way to explain my behavior, but it's no. I wasn't on anything. I haven't even had a drink in just about a decade. I don't do anything. I'm literally like the definition of like I'm high on life, like one of those dudes like that. Like I just wake up. I wake up fucking psyched, and I'm like go from like 6 a.m. to 1 in the morning. And I just can't stop. And like the most that I do is like drink sugar-free like Red Bulls, and that's pretty much it.
Oh God, why do you do that to yourself?
Sugar-free Red Bulls?
Yeah.
Why do you not like them?
I didn't know that was a thing.
What? You know, I didn't drink Red Bulls, but my girlfriend got me into them, the sugar-free ones, and I was like, hey, you know what? You're right. These are good. So I've been drinking them.
I cannot do Red Bull. Ladies, do
No.
you have any questions?
Yeah, you've been mentioning your girlfriend for like a couple of times. Like how instrumental was she into like your change, essentially?
Yeah.
Like over the last 6 months, she was like really instrumental. Like I met her. I think we met December. Was it December 21st? It was pretty close to Christmas. And I mean, as of the last change, like she's been like really instrumental because like I met her because I met her during one of the worst moments of my life, and like I was like really like I was really depressed. I was really like I felt like free, but at the same time I was like looking around and seeing like holy shit, I destroyed everything that I spent years building, and I you know now I have this like club that I've always wanted to have, and I have these studios, but now it's so much responsibility on top of me, and I'm one person trying to juggle all of this, right? And she came in, and from the get, she's been like just my biggest cheerleader and just like really supportive and loving, and just a person who's like always just made me feel okay being the weirdo that I am. So yeah, I'm really indebted to her. Her name's Raven. She's really great. And she's been on the stream a couple of times. And yeah, I absolutely, you know, I love her. I love her. And she's like, I think she's the person I've loved the most my whole life. So
Bunny here
I
loves
adore
her.
your girlfriend.
Yep.
Yeah, I adore her. She is amazing. You did a good job, Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
We love a good
Like,
support
the
system.
credit goes all to her.
Hell yeah.
So, my question is, because you've been doing podcasts recently, do you have like a favorite? Like a favorite episode
favorite.
you've done?
Favorite episode I've done?
Mhm.
I think honestly, I think the Augie one, the Augie Bo Blacks, and the Plain Rock one, just because when you're in that scenario and you don't know what's gonna come out of it, and
Mhm.
because it was such a fun conversation, and they were here in person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really cool. It was really like most of the time I try to get people in the studio so I can talk to
Mhm.
them person to person because that just feels so. It feels different, right? If you're in the room
Mhm.
with a person, and to be able to do that with fellow creators who are in the same niche and who like have similar interests and who are very I even told them like very entrepreneurial because you have to be entrepreneurial to be a YouTuber, right? You're like essentially
Right.
running your own business by yourself, doing
Mhm.
everything, shooting, editing, scripting, talking, managing the audience and like all this stuff. So it was cool. It was like-minded people who had gotten off in the wrong foot, getting together and talking things out.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I got
do
some.
have
Oh,
a
go ahead,
question.
Bunny.
Oh,
Go,
okay.
Bunny. Go, Bunny.
Well, you might want to save mine for last.
No, no. Oh, are you
Okay.
asking the girl?
I might be asking something.
The
I might
question.
be.
Are you asking
Yeah,
the
I've got a
question? Oh, dear God.
I
go.
got a question because I know everybody it's been on everybody's mind since it came up. There were some allegations last year about your butthole and whether you
my
washed it or not. I'm not saying that I believe it, and I think that most people were like, "What? That's crazy," but like, I think we need to hear it from you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what my response to that is, I mean, how weird would it be for an individual to not wash their butthole?
Exactly.
very
See?
bad.
And on top of that, I do have to add, I grew up in Brazil. My family's Brazilian. We have bidets. I have a bidet in every toilet. I
So
made
you
a
stayed
point.
washing it.
So the irony of that being said is because she knew it was gonna hit like
Yeah.
she knew it was gonna hit like a chord with me, and she was trying to get me to respond. But one of the first observations that she made in my apartment was like, "Oh my God, you have a bidet!" And she's right when I have my period. I was like, "Okay, great."
Oh my God.
I never thought of it
But
like
that's,
that. Oh my god.
but that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, I honestly I thought it was kind of funny that people were thinking that. I know it's kind of weird. Like, why would you even? But I thought it was funny. Honestly, I joke about it on stage now.
Yeah, how could you not? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny. I got exposed for not having a clean butthole. It's so
Def,
funny.
Def, let me tell you something. Bunny has been waiting to ask you that question ever since she found out you were coming on. She's like, "Oh my God, I get to
Yeah.
ask. I get to ask."
I gotta ask,
Well,
yeah,
I
because I needed to
appreciate you
hear what you
asking
had to
that.
say.
I appreciate you asking me that.
Okay.
I do have to go in a minute because I was
Okay,
just
no
told
problem.
I'm next up.
Real
But,
quick,
do you get-
I got one
yeah.
question. Real quick.
Okay.
In simple terms, what happened to Steve?
So the funny thing is that I never fired Steven, and it was a whole thing with Corey. I ended up suspending Corey, and it was primarily. I mean, there are issues that happened during a roast battle, but primarily, like we did, and a great example of this is the last show that they were responsible for doing on January 1st. And what happened was they had the space booked to do the show, and I have other people who booked the space too, but they specifically had that space that day. They wanted that space, and what happened was they said we're gonna do a New Year's show. We'll do a countdown. We're gonna bring out 50-something people, and I should phrase that they had also done other situations like this where they had promised like we're gonna do this and nothing came to it, and I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll do the show. I'll trust you guys again. And the day of the show, they didn't want to set up chairs. And I was like, okay, where's the audience coming? And then like a few people showed up, like maybe a handful of people. And then I was like, okay, are you guys going to go and host a show? And they were like, nah, we're just going to have this rapper come out and do a song on New Year's. And I was like, bro, it was really disappointing because it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the first time this happened. And the room right now it rents, like, they're comedians. There's a comedian, a really famous Russian comedian who rented it tomorrow, and he's going to be doing a show that's a Russian, all in Russian. I'm in the, like, for those of you who don't know, West Hollywood is in a big, like, Russian community.
Oh, I
So
didn't
a
know
lot
that.
of people come out. Yeah. So, you know, they rent at a rate, right? They pay a certain rate to have the room, and then, you know, I work out deals whether we get half the tickets or they get all the tickets, depending on how much they pay.
Right.
And they were getting the space completely for free. And that was a night, as many nights with them, that I lost a lot of money, right? And that was like a thing that kept happening over and over again, right? That I would just take loss after loss after loss. And then, you know, they just wanted to come in here and, like, I have nothing wrong with smoking weed, but that's all they would do in the building. And there was, like, added to that, I would tell them, look, bro, the whole building is, like, carpeted. This building's from 1903. This whole building is going to go up in flames if you guys are smoking inside.
Right.
You can't smoke. And they wouldn't respect that. And, you know, it just ended up being the kind of thing where I was like, there's no way where I can continue, you know, funding Corey's projects because there's no return. I'm just spending money, and I'm paying them to do this stuff, by the way.
Okay.
And they're not any sort of financial return to me. And I suspended Corey's projects, and Steven, after hearing about it, he just decided to leave. I never told Steven to leave. I never, you know, even though there was that history, and he had been in New York since October and done nothing for the club. And yeah, like, he just decided to leave, and then that was pretty much it. It's okay. I won't go up to the, yeah. They'll just skip me right now. I was supposed to go up, but it's okay.
Oh.
I finish this.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh yeah, that was another thing too. So there were a thing, you know, somebody in my chat is asking, wasn't Corey the one who auditioned? No, Corey didn't audition. Corey was Steven's friend that Steven brought in, and, you know, we hit it off pretty good. You know, I like developing a rapport with people, and, like, and working with the same people. Like, a lot of the people that, you know, there's the person who currently does the roast battles here. I met them during the roast battles last year, and they still do roast battles here, and they've grown the show that they did here. They're doing it at other clubs in here in LA. They're doing it at the Ice House in Pasadena now, and, you know,
Right.
So I like building partnerships and seeing people grow, because they grow, I grow, right?
Right.
We all grow together. So it got to that point, and I suspended it because I wanted to just take a break and try a few different things before allowing Corey back. But I guess that they took it as me firing Corey. And yeah, like, he just, you know, Steven just left, and which is fine. I mean, it was up to him, you know, whether or not he was here as a contractor. So, you know, meaning that he could leave whenever he wanted to.
Right.
So yeah, that's really what that situation is. I have no, like, I have no animosity or anything towards any of them. I respect them as artists. I think that they're super funny, and but it just got to a point where I was like, I can't keep funding what they're doing and paying them on top of it while I just, like, sink money into these projects that aren't giving me any sort of return. At the end of the day, I'm running a business, right? So if I have a night like January 1st, which is, everybody's out partying January 1st, right?
Right.
If I have a night that people want to be out, and I could easily fill the room with, like, 50 people, which I've done just on a regular Friday, right? Like, on shows, we'll have, like, anywhere between 30 and 50 people in the building. Like, I could fill up the building, and on that night, like, I don't have, the house is empty. There's no comedy show. The 4 or 5 people that are here are just sitting there in the audience. They didn't even put chairs out. They didn't want to go out and host a show, and they just wanted to sit in the back and smoke weed. Like, I can't run a business like that. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
It's not conducive. You know what I mean, to a business.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I know you said you haven't had any animosity towards them, but at the time, did you feel like, because for me personally, if that was happening to me, I would feel a little bit used, like that they were just sort of coming to you and using you for, like, your money and for your space, and then just chill out, and then not actually doing anything back. Like, what was your actual feelings towards that at the time?
So it's funny that you use that word used because that's what other people have told me. Like after the fact, they said, bro, they were totally using you. And like I have this thing where like people have even said in my life, have said I'm kind of a doormat. Like I give people a lot of chances, and I just kind of like I like to see where things go. Like I genuinely like I would much rather like work out a problem and see how we can both succeed out of a scenario than to just terminate something. And honestly, I end up feeling bad afterwards if something has to end rather than feeling like resentful or angry because I want things to work so bad. I want things to succeed and I want everybody to like have their dreams, right? Because that's what like ultimately that's what I'm doing. Like I have a bunch of comedians here that I'm watching. Like they're all like I'm giving them a space and a stage for them to go and practice so they can, achieve their dreams, right?
Right.
Like that. There's nothing more that gives me fulfillment than seeing that. I had a show here too. I had a fashion show here like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
Like during the day, people will rent it during the day to do events, and at night I do the comedy shows. So there was like a fashion event during the day, and this lady came in and she was like, I've been going to consignment stores and buying stuff and just trying to build my own fashion brand secondhand, and it's always been my dream to do a fashion show and and I'm like, and when she does it, I'm sitting here in the back and I'm watching through the cameras as she's doing it, and like she eventually comes back every few minutes to say something. Oh, can you help me with this and that? And I help her set stuff up, like with the music or whatever. And I'm watching it. I'm like, and I'm watching how happy she is with her friends who are celebrating her, and as she's doing it, I'm like, bro, I just made this person's dream come true. Like, you know how fucking dope that is? Like, that's so fucking cool. Like, I don't know. I sometimes I feel like a kid in a candy store, like doing that shit. But it's just, yeah, like I even mentioned it to my girlfriend that she was here. I was like, look at how fucking cool this is. This woman, she's like in her late 60s and 70s, right? So this is like really her dream. Like she's been like trying so hard to do it once, right? And she got to do it. Like it's so fucking cool, So yeah, like to me, it's a little disappointing. Like in a situation like that, I go back and I think, like, where did I fail this person? I could have helped them somehow. Like, where did I fail them that I couldn't help them to achieve it? And like I have this thing where I kind of just let people run, right? I give them the freedom to do stuff and I let them run. But it gets to a point where, like, if I'm constantly losing money, there's no way I can conscionably keep doing it because otherwise. Yeah, because otherwise I'll run the business to the ground, right? Like I can't,
Yeah.
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 Well, last thing I'm going to say is make sure you go talk to my friend Aiko because I know she wants to talk to you.
Aiko, yeah, I've been talking to her in DMs. She has, I think I saw a bit of her stream yesterday. She has, I guess, a lot of questions about the legality of
She's
business.
got a lot of questions.
But
no,
I'm
but
happy to answer them.
well, that's the thing. She's not like aggressive. She's just,
Okay.
she's one of those that she just has questions. But yeah, no, you should definitely talk to her. She's really easy to talk to. Awesome lady. Love her to death. So I would definitely talk to her if I were you.
I'm happy. And look, here's the thing too. I'm in a fortunate position where I can like be really transparent about everything I do, and I'm happy to answer questions.
Yeah.
And just like help people understand, because this is the thing too. Me doing this, it's a huge risk, right? I lost a lot, but hopefully I can inspire other people to take like a huge risk too with their dreams, whether it's like starting a comedy club or even just doing the fashion show like that lady, or just doing something in their life that, it's you may lose something big as you try to do it, but like at the end of the day, in the long term, I think that there is so much more that you can gain and you can learn as a person that you can help other people with, which at the end of the day, if you're just doing stuff for yourself and not helping anybody else with it, then you're just taking away from the world instead of giving back, right?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, yeah.
See, yeah, so like speaking of what you were just talking about, like you did an upload today called We Need to Talk. And I really like I'm surprised that I actually really found that pretty inspirational, you know what I mean? So like even like you're just saying like for selfish reasons and all that sort of stuff, but sometimes you do have to be selfish because that is that like you are the most important person in your life, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like taking those steps to where you are now, like hats off to you, dude. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah,
That's really nice, Dave. I appreciate that.
no worries.
She's the nice one of the group.
Definitely.
You say that
Not
now.
really, that's a lie.
Nice. I
That's
don't know
a lie.
how, like, all of you have been super nice. I don't know how.
I told you in the DMs, Dennis. I told you back in October. I never really hated you. That was my style of
I knew you
commentary.
I knew you
Oh,
did.
look.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't take it personally. Honestly, I think that the last time I reached out to you, I reached out in the wrong way. I was trying to just. This was months ago. I was trying to reach out to people. I think you were one of the first people that I reached out to.
Yeah.
I made a lot of mistakes trying to reach out to creators. I just didn't know how to do it. I'm very awkward. I think most of you probably know this already from watching not just the roast battles, but all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very, very awkward. So I try my best, but like sometimes I write stuff and I'm like, why did I write that? Oh my God, no. Like, you know what I mean? So I apologize if it came off wrong. I've been wanting to talk to you for a minute. I felt like we got off on the wrong foot, but I appreciate you having me. And same thing, ladies. Thank you so much for having me and taking the time to talk to me today.
Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
you coming on.
course.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let you go back to your talk. Won't take any more of your time. All right?
Awesome. Thank you.
All
All
Thanks so much.
Have a
Jeff.
good night,
Thank
Dennis.
you.
right, bye.
Bye.
That was enlightening.
Wow.
He's really chill.
I love all the people in
know-
the chat going, I think he's lying. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, well, what do you think he's lying about, Chad? What in particular? Because
Yeah, he's got a clean butthole. What more do you want?
Yeah.
The butthole
And
question?
on the broadcast, Dennis Fatozo washes his ass.
Yeah, he beats the butthole allegations. Oh my god.
The butthole allegations have been talked about. Absolutely.
About to tweet about it, so it makes it official.
Bunny, I'm gonna be honest. I think your question was probably the most inspiring.
It was on everybody's tongues. His butthole was on everybody's tongues.
Oh,
Phrasing,
okay.
phrasing,
Phrasing, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so the
This is
question
just like
is.
ass ate.
So the question
Someone's not
is.
liking.
Do we go on with the Twomad stuff, or are we taking call-ins? What do we? Oh, we're not doing call-ins anymore. Boom, no more call-ins. I mean, I don't know. Do we want to take call-ins because we talked about him? I mean, it's up to y'all.
He,
I'm not too pressed about Collins. I feel like we should finish up the Twomad stuff though, because we started it, then started
Yeah.
and finished.
Do you wanna finish the Twomad stuff?
Yeah, let's finish the Twomad.
Yeah,
stuff.
because I'm gonna be honest. That Twomad story is like ugh to me. I'm gonna be for real. I am not impressed by it.
Yeah, it's literally all over the place. There, like, and he's still tweeting. Like, he's tweeted non-stop for the last 2 days about it, or last day and a bit.
yeah.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot. So we're going back to it. Where are we at?
Oh yeah, wait. I gotta share my screen. Hold on. I stopped
we
sharing my
just
screen there for a while.
finished. We just finished the apology video, I believe.
Yes, and we're about to look at the contract.
Oh, the
he wrote up, I
contract.
believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. So. All right. So let's go to the contract. And I guess I'll read it because I know you can't see it from where you're at.
Yeah, can't see that yet.
All right. This is the worst written contract I've ever read in my life. For the next 60 days, under all facets of interaction with Bella, online or in person, Mueda will not demand, entertain, or sexual activity, Mueda will not demand, entertain sexual activity with Bella. Mueda will be required to do his history, demonstrating wild, uncontrollable psychological problems and disregard to other people around him, to be hyper aware that he is prone to easily scaring, emotionally damaging Bella. Bella may use the word facade. When this word is used, Mueda will be required to slowly, gently, earnestly process to how he's wronging, scaring, and hurting Bella with his behavior. refuses to process. If he cannot understand, deflects, lies to not understand, change to Bella's satisfaction. Mueda must concede peacefully, and the exit clause to be executed, or is executed. Mueda cannot lapse on any part of this argument. Any exceptions to all will execute the exit clause. And the exit clause is Bella can exit this agreement at any time. Bella agrees that she will not exit this agreement unless she has made a full analysis of our relationship and is completely sure that her well-being is contingent on me not interacting with her at all, that she does not want any more time spent hearing from me. Mueda agrees to move on with his life.
Okay, so I went cross-eyed during that. I have no idea what any of that means. Like,
Me
there was so
either.
much word salad in it, and I have, like, does anyone understand it? Like, what it means?
No, actually.
No.
No.
Not at all, really. From my understanding, it seems as if this contract is basically like, if you think that I have mentally wronged you, I will not talk to you, and if I do, something will happen. I have no idea.
Okay.
That's my quick interpretation of words. Big
Well,
jumble of words.
So the thing is, there with their exit clause, she does not want any more time spent hearing from me. Mueda agrees to move on with his life. Does it seem like he's moved on?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Hey?
Okay, so this is him moving on in her
Jiminy
DMs.
Christmas. Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Oh my
Oh.
God, what is that?
Oh, it gets
Jesus.
worse. It gets worse.
It gets
Four?
worse.
Why?
If-
Not
What?
the video. Oh,
It's just what is
not the voice notes.
Dunda.
I mean, we were all excited
Ooh.
about it. But
Yeah.
It is unhinged as fuck.
What is up
And
with all the
it's still
copy
going.
pastas?
It is still going.
She only sent him 4 messages so far. 4.
Oh my
this is the same
god.
person. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, I saw please. I saw please in all caps. Oop, there's a heart. Was that pictures of her?
I think so. I'm not sure.
That's not stalker behavior whatsoever.
Nope.
Definitely not. Haha, haha.
And there's right there is actually him still like typing messages. She had a video, like the end of the video was him still typing messages at the very end.
Oh my
All right, so it's spam from Twomad after I blocked him for SAing me. He made 6 burner numbers after this to also spam me on as well as Instagram accounts and a Twitter account. If you want proof, I have all of it. Just ask and you can see them. Send text actively at the end of this clip.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Where do you even get like 6 burner numbers from?
Well, that's the thing. There's
Text-free
a
apps.
yeah,
Google
there's
Voice.
Oh wow.
There's a clip of her like going back to all of like the numbers that are used as well, and then like each of them have bulk amounts of text from each of those numbers. So this is just one of the phone numbers that is been messaging from.
Yeah, right there you can see him type in.
Yeah.
All right, so Willie Mack says, I completely misread this. I'm back to thinking Twomad didn't know he's talking about a different girl in the DMs than the one he tweeted. Since I can't read Twomad's mind, if he knew who this was or not, I don't know how I could be mad at him.
See, to me, that's a different situation altogether. Like that's totally separate. And like in like looking at that, like that's like hardly a thing to cancel him
Well,
over.
now it's like it's like all this right here doesn't even matter anymore.
No,
really.
no, exactly.
This is the only details Twomad has given on so far. I still don't even know what the allegations are claiming. And this is him saying I trapped her. I ain't Justin Roland, motherfucker. I apologize not because I did it, but because I was so fucking insanely desperate for this girl to forgive me. I was like, why yes, I did do it all. I did do all that, even though I fucking didn't. Goth. She's gonna make an OnlyFans for real.
Oh, so he thinks that she's going to go off and profit off all this.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
And then that's the agreement. We already read that. This is him Literally, this is all the tweets that he has done.
Jesus. Okay. The real question is, do we have a counter of how many freaking times he's like changed his like Twitter name? Holy crap.
No.
Yeah, there's been so many. I wish I did some screenshots because like they really did correspond to what he was saying at the time as well.
Yeah,
Like,
and now we say him
Yeah.
now we say him mostly innocent.
Jesus.
so he's really putting his own foot in it, really, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he's not helping his case.
Twomad hasn't gone 1 full hour without posting or reply posting. Will he succeed? And he says, I'm dying. Whatever. Mudahar said you should log off for a bit. I'm here to help you since I think this is a manic episode and you're not all up there at the moment. DM me and I'll pass you my cell number.
Which one?
So that's
wait,
yeah.
no,
Which
it's
one?
never mind.
These allegations ain't shit.
Oh my god.
Keemstar, Twomad is finished.
I'm not gonna stop a crazy bitch from lying on a YouTuber guy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Innocent. You seem pretty guilty to me. No, dude, you literally admitted it on video. Just get some help. Shit was coerced confession.
Yeah, he's
How?
claiming coerced confession.
He's
now.
claiming coercion. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
This looks really bad.
This
but-
does.
Oh,
This
good.
don't look. I was just like.
Somebody
this
read
shit
it.
Don't look coerced. Who? I want to know who wrote.
Okay,
the...
this looks really, really bad, but the truth is, I'm not that person anymore. It feels like forever ago. I tried reaching out to apologize already, but no response, so I moved on with my life. Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Who
This is moving
wrote
on. This is what
that?
moving
That
on.
he did.
Okay, so if he wrote it, then that's not coercion.
No.
It's not.
He actually claims that it's Did I put that tweet in there? He claims that it was wait, reasoning. It's a little bit further down, I think, but keep going. I think we get to it.
Okay, so Twomad ended up blocking Keemstar. I also have a video right after the sexual assault of us talking, so you can let me know if she sounds like she's just been assaulted.
Shut the
LOL.
fuck up.
I
Okay,
forget. Oh my God! Let me
God.
finish, please. Can I
Sorry,
finish reading?
I am. No, that just made me mad.
I know, but I gotta finish it first. Also, I have a video right after the sexual assault of us talking, so you can let me know if she sounds like she's just been assaulted. LOL. I forget I had it like she forgot to corroborate her experience. Okay, now cuss his ass out.
Okay,
What the
the fuck, bro?
See, what got me there is that he
Sorry.
goes, I have a video right after the sexual assault. So he's actually saying it is sexual assault there. Like, he's not saying it's a claim, it's not saying it's an allegation. Like, he literally said right after the sexual assault. So, as if that isn't, like,
Mm-mm.
pointing fingers at the,
Literally, though.
All right, Nicholas Diorio said, I'm not talking about the Twomad stuff. From what I know, behind the scenes, the person making these allegations is going about finding a resolution and a more appropriate avenue now. I know Twomad has been schizo-posting all night and has convinced the entire internet, more or less, that he's guilty. For all I know, that may be true. It may also not be. I also know the girl's claims and have a bit more info there. That's what's public. Than what's public, I think is what he meant. That being said, none of this matters to me if it's not being taken to the police and lawyers aren't involved. I think I worded the first paragraph in a brain dead way. Good job, Nick. It's pretty clear something happened. Twomad doesn't contest something happened. The entire internet is calling him a rapist, and at this point, I don't even know if rape is the actual allegation. That's what I meant. And then here, he quote tweets Twomad and says, why he need to tweet this out after I said I wasn't going to talk about it, little bro. The fuck? Okay, last one. And then he goes, yeah, she blocked me on everything, so my last-ditch effort was to read an apology I knew wasn't true to get the unblock. I was sent by Digital Rave Boy. He helped me out because he's a degen who had sex with a 14-year-old when he was an adult. Fuck that guy,
What?
but But him and Golly Bell are friends. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's who he's
That's,
claiming wrote the apology for him, is a person who had sex with a 14-year-old as an adult. So that's real good, right?
I don't know anymore. Okay. I don't even know anymore. Man does this work, and we can all drop this now. Please, he's bad. Let's move on. Final point. Just don't befriend him. I don't care if you watch his content. I advise you that if you followed me just for this situation, to please unfollow me now. The rest is being handled offline.
So this video that she's showing,
Oh, shit.
that's okay. That was
1, 2,
literally
3,
all
4,
of the
5.
burner numbers that he was texting her off.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Where we at? Too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No way. Hold on. Is it this one?
It's the
Oh,
the
wait.
one
5 down.
underneath,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5 here. Nope.
The one above that.
This one?
Sorry, Zai. Yeah, that one.
Okay, there we go.
So those are all of the burner numbers that she's showing there. So there's 1, 2, 3, and all of them have text messages on them from him.
Good God.
This is beyond harassment at this point. This makes you, like, I would feel very unsafe at this point. Knowing that he's got my details, knowing who I am, all that sort of stuff. And being taught to like this in blocks of messages is just insane to me. As if you wouldn't get the hint after that to just leave her alone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right.
so it's good that to know that it's been handled offline for her at the moment, but he's still going. So
Reform Flamenco. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. All right. Now to this one. Yeah, so she blocked me on everything. Okay, we already read that one because that's the one that he and that's from Zip Zap asking the question: how was your apology to her coerced? Genuine question here, not trying to get it owned, but trying to piece all this together to get a better picture. And then that's when he replied with that.
yeah.
Prediction. I'm going to take Backlash temporarily, make a detailed, funny-fied video that will dwarf your tweets. I'll pretend to I don't give a fuck. You're going to realize that I'm being a crazy person, retard incel, ain't a death sentence, and I'll retain decent viewership, hoes mad. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah,
Or
so he's
even-
just gone full incel again.
Yeah.
I think at this point he's schizo posting.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
You mean at this point?
Oh,
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
tweet
true.
this was, it's not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, what tweet was that? What tweet was that? It was Twomad claims. It was that one right there. The second one, not the prediction, but the two-man claims. He deleted it.
Right. Okay.
All right, so here's Diesel. FPS Diesel put in here, the following is a thread of DMs regarding my conversation with Twomad. I had tweeted it, I don't like him. I had tweeted I don't like him, so I decided to say it instead of pretending to be friendly. Good old Diesel. I guess Twomad DM'd him. Didn't expect the DM, but since I'm probably going to cover this Twomad, thoughts, evidence to exonerate you of any of that floor is yours. I'll make sure to corroborate as far as it stands in an allegation right now. Cards on the table. I don't like you, but you deserve a fair shake before having your life blown up. And Twomad is just saying basically, if you're gonna make a video, make a video. Why the fuck? Why don't you? What the fuck? Why don't you like me? I mean, it's just them talking. We're just staying on
Yeah.
topic. Yeah.
Basically, he's saying, like, oh, you're going to do a hit piece on me or blah, blah, blah. Like, more stuff's going to come out, like, hinting that it's not quite over yet as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
So there's that long ass thread from Diesel. Jesus Christ. Diesel, get
Yeah.
Twitter blue. Jesus Lord have mercy. And then here, more Twomad e-girl DMs. The individual asked to remain anonymous, different woman than the others.
Yeah. So there's another person to corroborate his schizo posting to them. So there's a yeah, there's that.
Mhm.
He also came out recently. I don't think I put the link in there. I don't think I did. But he showed the post-it notes of the quote-unquote apology that was written by that other person, saying that he was reading off them while driving in the car. Like, to me,
Oh
when
yeah,
was
he showed the post-it notes.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So to me, like, that seemed like an afterthought. Like, he's written all that down himself, like listening to himself and written it down. Like, that's just in my opinion, because I don't believe that you can drive and do all that stuff at the same time, because he definitely wasn't reading by looking at it, and that's how
Yeah.
I see it. But
He was driving.
yeah, so yeah, he's claiming that it was all on post-it notes on his dashboard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's the Twomad stuff. Thank God we got through it, because I'm gonna be honest. The Twomad story, he's a little bit too deranged for me, and being that she's going through legal action now, apparently, or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm washing my hands from it. So
Mm.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like, as I said, it's still happening. He's still tweeting. He's still doing stuff about it. So until like there is actual allegations set out in stone, what the actual allegations are, we just know at this point that he's been harassing people.
very manic.
Yeah, and very manically, exactly. So, you know, it'd be interesting to find out what these allegations are in particular, because no one really knows at this point. So hopefully that all gets cleared up too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think about the interview that we did?
Pretty
I
calm,
liked
pretty
it.
chill.
It was calm.
Yeah.
There
It was
was a
pretty
few
good.
questions that I wanted to ask about Burning Man and that sort of stuff, but I feel like there wasn't really enough time to go into it at that point. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I was going to
Yeah.
ask him something about is it Tiana or Leon?
Tiana,
Yeah, Tiana.
Lala,
Liana
something like
fucked me up because she changed her name to Tiana. Now I can't remember the girl's name. Is it Tiana or Liana? All right. I was going to ask about that, but I was like, well, he's about to run out, so I want to ask about Steven instead.
Yeah, and that was a good question, because I was wondering about that too. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
we had a good stream tonight. I'm actually
Yeah.
happy about it.
I
What'd you
think
think, Chet?
yeah, I think everyone like had a chance to at least ask one question at the most. So I think that was pretty
because
good.
I'm sitting here asking, I'm like, okay, somebody's going to jump in and ask a question. Somebody's going to jump in and ask a question. I'm like, shit. God bless it.
We didn't dogpile him, so that's okay.
Mm-mm.
I like
Well,
that.
see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I know I probably would have been a little bit different, but I didn't want to go aggro on him because there's 5 of us, right? That's
Right.
a bad look if we end up going aggro on him. All of us, they're like, oh my God, that's like a dog pile. Holy shit, 5 of you on one.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so I wanted to keep it, even keel.
Yeah.
I didn't expect us to do anything but be cordial. I'm not gonna lie. I would be surprised if we got mad for anything.
Well,
Yeah.
true.
You can tell he's really making an effort on himself to change and to be a better person. And as he said, I really like the fact that he's attributing most of his change to his girlfriend as well, and her helping him through stuff and giving him ideas and all that sort of stuff. Even with the interviewing, like, I think that's a really good direction for him, because he's naturally got like this flow,
Yeah.
and could really talk and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's really, it's so strange to say this, but I think he's doing a good job. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like really turned a corner, and I really hope he stays in this trajectory. So
I do too. I mean, look,
Mhm.
it's like this, all right? It's one of those situations you wait and see,
yeah.
okay? Because if somebody's acting, they can only act but so long
Yeah.
before
Right.
they flip back to what they really are. So if he's really changing, then he'll either be better or the same 6 months from now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
So
I
wait,
love
what's
a good glow up story. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to know what this arc is called though, because he had like the Minecraft cat, he had Angry Deaf Noodles, he had like psychotic.
I know what to call it.
What's that?
Clean butthole arc.
Clean
Yeah.
butthole.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Clean
It always
butthole arc.
I
comes back to the
posted
bottom.
something in the broadcast chat.
Broadcast chat.
I can words. Yeah. Y'all might want to sing.
Bunny. You a bunny? There's something wrong with you.
I accidentally
Bunny.
summoned the furries though, so I made a mistake. But there was
If
a typo.
anyone ever tries to say that Deaf Noodles has a dirty butthole ever again, I will fight them with the fury of 1,000 bears, high off quilted softness of Charmin toilet paper. I know that's right.
Mm-hmm. You beat them butthole out.
Oh my god.
Quite literally kicking their ass.
Ivy Flower asked, "Do you think Dennis is trying to?" Okay, who am I bouncing off of?
Someone's that going.
Who's that
Oh,
going?
is it probably me? Hang on.
Are we good? Okay. Ivy Flower asked, "Do you think Dennis is trying to join the commentary community?" Join the actual community? No, I don't think so. I don't think he is. But I think he's trying to get away from where he was at.
Yeah, he's been talking to a lot of commentary and a lot of just general YouTubers and Twitchers recently. It's really it's kind of weird to see this crossover because he did have such a broad range of topics that he was covering before.
Yeah.
And now with these interviews, it's funny to see where his interests are lying. So like he does actually watch these people that he's interviewing, and he has a little bit in common with them or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they've had a spat or something in the past, and it's not what his audience is used to, which is what we've found out through like these Reddits and comments and stuff like that. So
I'm
hopefully-
sorry. I think I think his audience, they're having a problem with the change.
yeah,
They're
I
having a
saw
big
that.
problem with the change. A lot of them, like, I'm gonna be honest, people who are on Reddit all the time, I don't have a good feeling about. You know?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people on that Reddit are obsessed with him, and they kind of need to chill out. Honestly, you know, if you have genuine questions, like I know Aiko has genuine questions about it, but we watched a video this morning. Actually, we watched a video where one of the Redditors got up there, and they were in Aiko's chat. And one of the Redditors got up there and was talking about how he still needed to apologize to Papa Gut. That shit was last year.
Yeah, people are asking to apologize to Rich Lux as well for saying that it was like going down the old right pipeline. Do you remember that? That was from
That
like
already
a couple of
happened.
years ago.
He
Yeah,
already did that.
yeah. So I don't know why why people are still asking about that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dear Lord, people, that was like how long ago? Now, I do agree, though, and again, I didn't get a chance to ask him because, I mean, he was only here for like a limited time.
Yeah.
Do I agree with him suing the girl? No, I don't.
No.
Not saying he can't legally sue her. Of course, I don't know the details, but if he can legally do it, I understand he can legally do it, but I don't think he should.
I don't think he's in the right position to, considering what he put her through.
Yeah.
That like just watching the vlogs and watching what happened and what went down at Burning Man, like that was insanity to me. Like taking a shortcut through the desert and just doing a straight line, no, like that is, I'm surprised he made it there, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I would be in fear of my life too, because like it didn't really bring any water. There was no tent stuff. Like it was very, very underprepared.
Yeah.
And I don't know whose responsibility it was to you know, sort all that out. But like Dennis being the leader and the boss of that should have made sure that like something was arranged for them.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really poor decision making.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say reformed. People don't like a small community being invaded by outsiders, especially if they are in a disagreement with drama. Yeah, I don't understand what you mean by that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't get what you're trying to say. I don't get that.
By outsiders.
Invaded by outsiders. What outsiders? What are you talking about?
Because to be honest, like people in our community have covered Deaf Noodles before, so it's not really an outsider, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's someone that's well known to the community.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're talking about the Reddit, maybe that's what they're talking about.
And if they're talking about the community, I don't really think you can say that being.
They're talking about the Redditors.
Oh, the Redditors?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they assume that's not Reformed Flamenco, so we can't. Whatever. But even if it is Reddit, okay, whatever. That's them.
Okay,
yes,
there
the
you
Reddit,
go.
because
Yeah,
you
the
said
Reddit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then. But Reddit is a public forum. Accessible to everyone.
True.
I don't think you can really gatekeep a Reddit unless you password protect it. So that's just them being stupid when you think about it.
Well, one of the Redditors that were in Aiko's chat last night or this morning, they were in this chat. All of these people are fake. He's fake and every single one of you are fake. Okay, well, suck my ass. I don't care.
How?
Suck my ass. I don't care.
It's
because they were
clearer than Deaf Noodles was.
Yeah, because I didn't like how they were being in like very. I don't know. It's that obsessive shit that I just don't like.
Yeah.
Eva, you're echoing again.
Ah, fuck my life. It's my headset. Sorry, guys.
It's alright. It happens to the best of us.
All right, ladies. Anything else before we get out of here?
Nah. I don't think so.
It was a chill night.
It was a chill night. It was a good night.
It was.
Love to see it.
Chat, are you good? Did we give you a good show tonight? There, chat.
The math still ain't math, and there's 101 people watching now, and there's only 44 likes. Come on, people!
Yes, like the stream.
And another thing, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. That will really help us out.
Yes, we are so
I really want to get
close.
to 1,000. We are really close.
Where are we? I don't know. How many subscribers do we have now?
We are at let me refresh the page. Let's see if that changes.
974.
Oh my god,
974.
26.
Let's go.
26 more.
Yes. All right, guys. Well,
26 of you right now. Sub.
yes, 26 of you right now. Sub. If you don't sub, then Deaf Noodles' dirty butthole will come to you at night and smother you to death. There we go.
And make you drink gallons of milk. There you go.
It'll appear.
Yes.
You will replace my position in the basement.
That's right. Mystic will be freed. We gave her a sock.
Master gave Mystic a sock. Mystic's a free elf.
Oh my god.
The amaranth thing is all I can picture.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Sock.
Okay, everybody. Tell the chat goodbye so we can get the hell out of here.
Bye,
chat.
Bye, chat. Hope to see y'all next week. Oh, not the pineapple milk. Oh, Jesus, I did not mean to say that.
Ha ha. Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in once again. I'm just trying to pull up the song, and be sure to like this stream on your way out, or we'll make you drink pineapple milk. Peace out.
Watch me.
I'ma get it how I wanna get it, you don't get it. I can do anything, I don't got a limit. I'ma make my mind up, I'm committed. It might take some time, might take a minute. I won't give up, I don't give in a shit. I do what I want when I wanna do it. Call it a power or call it a gift. I call it persistence or driving some wit. I ain't no minute man. Good things take time when I'm in it, man. Give me some time and I'm with a fam. Now I'm gone too far from the beginning, man. I can teach you, but you gotta listen. I got lessons on lessons to give them. Think the masters are open and wishing and thinking and driven and cutting the ribbons. And they know they don't want it more than me. I work hard, they call it a disease. I work hard so I can go be free. But I don't work for anyone but me. But it didn't start like that. I was 9 to 5, didn't feel right. Had to get in touch with myself, get my mind back, to figure out what I want in this life bad. And I don't regret it, failed a lot, but I learned my lessons. Got new moves, new things, new weapons, and now I finally got direction. You ain't got no time to be complacent. You only got one life to go make a statement. Everything you want, it'll all be waiting. So put your mind to it and you can become greatness. So don't quit, don't stop, push through it. You got dreams, one life, go do it. Make moves, improve, keep doing. A new life, new you can choose it.
Watch me.
Gotta really wanna catch hands, no face off. Everybody know I got plans to take off. Everybody know I got bands, no J's on. I'ma do life like me, no days off. I don't really care what you think about me. Hate for the minds up like a disease. Filling me with fight, some life energy. Knowing that I'm doing something right. If you hating, I just try to keep my mind real vacant. I took all my time in the basement. I spent half my life impatient. It was worth all the time and patience, huh? Get it? The way I said it. Never mind, I don't have time, forget it. You can read all my rhymes on Reddit. They need a feed and damn it, I fed it. I got my eyes on the prize. I tell truth, won't hear no lies. I don't take, I give and guide. I don't break, I live and fight. On the chase, I got the sight. Vision goals, I set them right. Working through the lonely nights. Worth it on the other side. If you try to make it fast, it won't last. Take a stab, make it bad. Face the fast, but still lag. Don't give up, don't look back. You got this, no stopping, no quitting, no stalling, no options. You're running, follow your dreams and find your calling. We ain't got no time to be complacent. You only got one life to go make a statement. Everything you want, it'll all be waiting. So put your mind to it and you can become greatness. So don't quit, don't stop, push through it. You got dreams, one life.